So I've been in the property development industry for the last 20 years of my life. Part of my stint was working for a property development company that was listed on the main board of the KLSC, and also another part was with a boutique development firm. So they were different in size and number of people we had working for us, but they shared a common pain point, particularly in the area of sales.
So I've been in investment banking for most of my career. That is almost 30 years, and I joined MHub about November last year. In all my years of being in investment banking, the MHub proposition to me is quite unique.
So when you come from an industry where it's been very archaic, the way the practice of doing sales has been so for the last 3 to 4 decades, without much changes. And so I saw that when I came upon MHub, and I realized that this is the future.
A couple of years back, I had quite a not so good experience with getting a bank loan. I made a bank loan, and the loan application is crazy. It's just crazy because it was my first property. It took me more than a month. I still couldn't get a loan. So I contacted a good friend of mine here with me. I shared about this idea of building a solution, and now today we got 40 billion worth of stocks in our inventories. We process more than 7 billion worth of bookings in our platform. We're proud to say that we are the leading property transaction platform in Malaysia, who has one of the largest banker community in Malaysia.
When the opportunity came for me to be an investor in this company and to be able to participate in creating solutions that developers have had all these years, I knew that this was an industry that I wanted to be involved in.
So the investment in MHub presents you with a comprehensive investment in the ecosystem of the property sector. You're exposed to the sales undertaken in the primary sector, you're exposed to the sales undertaken in the secondary sector, you're exposed to the transactions by the banks funding the properties. You're exposed to the lawyers who are facilitating the transaction of the properties. So in that respect, you are actually investing in the entire ecosystem as against just one facet of the property sector.
So we live in a really exciting time where technology has impacted life in so many different ways, from entertainment to transportation, to every aspect, you name it, it's already there. We saw a solution that has not been built, right? And we were excited to give it a go and try it out.
So there are two types of people: those who do not use MHub and those who do. Okay, the ones who do not use MHub sometimes fail to understand how this can be an enabler for developers to be able to sell their properties in a more meaningful way. But those who use it, whether they be people in the property sales line, or whether they be bankers, those who use it and they use it for all their property transactions, they love it. And I've been to some of these presentations where you have champions who sit amongst the management team saying, yes, we need to do this, we need to use them in this project, in that project.
The investors are super excited, with what we have as a product, and they feel that we are definitely one of the leading players out there with respect to whatever solution that MHub is proposing to developers, bankers, lawyers. The potential for MHub to grow over the next few years is tremendous. The property market in Malaysia, just on residential primary sales alone, is only 55 billion, right? And then we're not talking about the residential primary sector. We haven't even talked about the secondary transaction market yet.
PropTech, I think, is going to be more and more used by not just developers, but everyone who is involved in property transactions. MHub in particular, because we have a very unique business model, we do everything from end to end. So we are able to see what happens at every step of the journey, from the time that you get a particular potential lead all the way to when you close the sale. So I can't see how this will not be where it ought to be, because of the data, because of the number of people involved, and everybody feeds off each other. You have the developers feeding off the agents who are going to feed off the bankers and who are going to feed off the lawyers. And when everybody is doing that because they're all being supportive of one another on a singular platform, I just can't imagine where this can stop, you know.
The potential for MHub to step up and get a tremendous bite into this huge cake is, I think, very promising indeed. You know, we have the best solution in the market. We have the best team to actually deliver this. So I'm super excited for the team to actually be the leading property tech company in the next 5 years.
As founders, we built a team that has accomplished a lot of things. One of them would be like our showroom. We have a team that is very flexible and able to follow where we lead, and I think we can go anywhere with this team.
I think what's good to point out is that the MHub is a people-powered property platform. What that means is that it's not about replacing people as a whole. We give the tools to empower them to do more.
In 5 years' time, we have a big goal. We aim to be the next unicorn in property technology. We feel that we definitely have the ingredients to become the next unicorn. We are in the right timing. It's very important. Number 2, we have the right team. You know, and number 3, we are in the verge of explosive growth.
We've come to a really exciting point in our journey where we see things are at its tipping point, and we definitely see only things to go exponentially upwards.
Why invest? We have a lot of interesting ideas. I think, like Quek mentioned about the marketplace app, we as founders and also the team, we have gone to the drawing boards and we talk to stakeholders. We have a lot of interesting ideas that will be able to solve market problems. We believe that this next phase in MHub will be a very interesting and exciting one. And the things that we're going to do will definitely make an impact in this industry. We as founders are very fond of this prop tech property, and we are here to stay and to make our dreams come true. Go MHub!